Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy. We're back with the Spurs beta on FM23. Today we're cracking on with the Champions League group stages. We're hosting Shakhtar Donetsk, a tough side against the Ukrainians, but we're in a good position in the group. Hopefully we can get through with minimal fuss. Last episode we had the North London derby against Arsenal. It was a 1-1 draw and it was a pretty closely contested fight, and away from home against Arsenal at the Emirates. A draw's not too bad, because a win would have been beneficial, but I'll take a draw. So we're hosting Shakhtar today in the Champions League. Off camera, we did have the away game in Ukraine, and we also paid a visit to Ajax in Amsterdam. So let's see how those games went, and the other Premier League games were played as well. Dusan Tadic with the corner kick, headed away by Davinson Sanchez. And here's Sanchez with the ball, squares it, and Berghaus with an open goal pretty much. And in the 50th minute, Ajax 1, Tottenham 0. Emerson pumps it forward looking for Kulusevski. Bassi, heavy touch, and it came to Lucas Moura, and he's hit the post. What a chance. And Brentford now controlling the ball. Ben Mee, long ball, looking for Mbomo, who might get on the end of this though. Poor defending by Perisic, and it's Norgard, and it's in. Brentford with a 1-0 lead in Spurs, 38 minutes gone, and it's Norgard that gets it. Raya with the throw to Rico Henry, and Damsgaard loses out to Matt Doherty, who's got the right hand side to move into here. Finds Harry Kane with the ball. Kane squares it. Richarlison with the finish. And it's a goal for Spurs equaliser, 45th minute, right at the end of the first half. Here's Eric Dyer. He's got space to move into here. Goes forward to Bissouma. Here's Kane. And that's a good through ball. Moura behind the defence and over the goalkeeper Raya. And Spurs take a lead 3 minutes into the second half. It's 2-1. Lucas Moura loses the ball to Jensen. Here's Rico Henry. Still got the ball and takes it past Lucas Moura. There's the number 3. Here's Damsgaard. Brentford looking to try and get back into this game with an equaliser of their own. Here's Jensen. And he takes it away from the defender and goes for goal and scores. Brentford equalise. It's 2-2 in the 59th minute. Dyer moving out wide. Finds Lucas Moura with the forward ball. Here's Yves Bissouma. Bissouma still going for it and finds the goal. Spurs in front. 63rd minute. Bissouma with the unlikely goal from the angle. Gives Spurs a lead for a second time. Højbjerg to Son. Perisic is forwards. Perisic with a good cross. Bissouma with a shot, but straight at Mendy. Reece James loses out to Heung-min Son, and that's a really good cross. Richarlison controls it and then gives it away to Azpilicueta. Now Chelsea on the break. A long ball by Aubameyang has found Havertz. Havertz, we've just forced it a beat, and he's taking it round him. And Havertz gets the goal for Chelsea in the 79th minute. It's 1-0. Son with the corner kick. Kane at the far post, it's good. It's a goal for Spurs inside 4 minutes away against Shakhtar, 1-0 in the Champions League. Perisic with a throw, and Shakhtar are temporarily down to 10. Kane wins the ball just outside the area, and it's a good ball for Lucas Moura, who doubles the lead after 56 minutes. It's 2-0, and Spurs hopefully are going to get 3 points on the road here in Ukraine. Gehi switches it for Joel Ward, who's got lots of space to move into here. Here's Eze. Lusselso looking for the tackle but can't win the ball, and Zaha puts through Elise, defence napping, and Michael Elise gives Crystal Palace the lead in Spurs, 20th minute of the match, and it's Palace that lead 1-0. Corner here with Emerson, 2nd minute of injury time, header away by Ward. Here's Lucas Moura, goes for goal, scores! Spurs with the equaliser on 92 minutes. It's been a frustrating game for them, but they are going to spare their blushes and get a point here, but is a point enough? The results haven't been as good as I'd like, I think, in some of these games. We've had some difficult games like the London derby and Chelsea as well away from home, which we suffered defeat in. We did beat Shakhtar in Ukraine, which was important towards getting through this Champions League group. We did beat Brentford, although they give us a bit of a tough match, but drawing at home against Everton and Crystal Palace and only getting a point from Villa, so those are games which really we should be, getting 3 points in. So those have been slightly disappointing, but we have got 3 games coming up with Southampton, Forest and Leeds, all in the bottom sort of 6 or 7 sides. And then Newcastle in 3rd as well. They do quite well. But our next 3 league games, we should be looking to get a good number of points from those. So hopefully we can start picking things up there. But this is how the league table looks. We're still in a decent position. We want to try and get ourselves into the Europa League for next season. Maybe try and improve on that. But we're in 6th place at the moment. We are level on points with our rivals Arsenal, although our goal difference is at just 0. So we haven't scored enough goals really so far for me. And of course we're taking on Shakhtar at home in today's game. And this is what the Champions League group looks like. We are halfway through. Ajax with 7 points, unbeaten in their first 3 games. Spurs ourselves on 6 points. Of course, we lost to Ajax. Monaco on 3 points, as they have the win over Shakhtar, who themselves sit on just 1 point after a goalless draw at home against the Dutch side. So we're in a strong position to get through this group. Monaco we do face away from home on our final day, so that might be a bit of a deciding factor into whether we get through or not. And we also have to host Ajax as well. So I'm hoping we can get through the group. We should be able to, as long as we, keep performing well. So let's jump into the home game against Shakhtar Donetsk then. And we'll see if we can get ourselves another 3 points here and put ourselves in a really good position to try and get through this group. We are going to have to make some changes to the side. And we did play a back 5 against Crystal Palace, just changed it up a little bit. Just because I think Davies isn't really as good getting forward, so he was playing sort of a little bit deeper. But we are going to bring back Doherty and Perisic in those wing-back positions today. And Perisic going to play a bit further forward as a complete wing-back. So changes going to be made. Tanganga's going to replace Romero in the back 3. Basuma's going to replace Lo Celso. Harry Kane needs a bit of a rest, but I think we'll try and give him that in the upcoming Southampton game. I want to try and keep Kane up there, although he hasn't scored enough goals so far. 4 goals, 2 Champions League goals, 2 Premier League goals. Not amazing stats, but like I said, I've changed him a bit to a complete forward, but like I said, I want him to sort of link up the play as well as to get goals for himself. I want him to drop deeper and bring in Richarlison and Lucas. Heung-min Son currently out with a bit of an injury, so he's going to be missing today. He is match fit, but I don't want to risk him for this one, so he's going to miss out. Kulusevski, the same. He picked up a bit of a knock. Hugo Lloris is still out for about another week with that hernia, so he's going to hopefully be back very soon. But Forster's been decent in goal, hasn't really put too much wrong. I'm going to replace Oliver Skip with Højbjerg in midfield as well, but that will be the final change we make. I really like the Champions League stuff this season, not just like the licensing, but like the whole presentation of the match as well. Like you'll see it in a second. You'll hear the music again as well. Really, really like it. Here's the Shakhtar side. Of course, we did manage to beat them in Ukraine, so hopefully this one will be okay. We'll do our team talk and then we'll have a look at the just how these matches are presented, because it's not just like the draws. The whole Champions League match day looks good as well. Like you can see the press conferences here, you can see the Champions League stuff behind us. We need to do better than we did against Palace, definitely, and you can hear it as well. Here we go. We can see like all the Champions League, like the how the graphics look, the interface, like the lineups, and you'll see as they come out as well. You'll see they have the big Champions League like flag, not flag. I don't even know what I'm saying. Where they have the symbol on the pitch. Like you'll see it here. Here you go. It reminds me of like, surely people had this as well when they were at primary school. Do you remember in PE when you got to play with a parachute? It looked like that. You had like the whole class around the bloody parachute, and you were like playing around with it and going underneath it and stuff. That's what that Champions League thing always reminds me of. But yeah, I love how the Champions League games are presented. Like I said, it's not just the draws, it's match days as well. I really, really like it. I don't know if it's just because it's the song. It's just an iconic song, isn't it? The Champions League anthem. I love it. But here we are against Shakhtar Donetsk, and we've won possession early on here. Højbjerg taking the ball off the Ukrainians, and here is Davinson Sanchez to Tanganga, who's having a game at the right of that back 3 today. Seems to be quite good as that wide centre-back. Here's Richarlison, looking for Lucas Moura, but doesn't quite find him. And Harry Kane are looking to take the ball off of them. And here's Shved. Perisic wins the ball there, so we're doing well winning the ball back at the moment. We need to try and use the possession that we have, though. Doherty heads it down for Moura. Here's Tanganga to Bissouma. Can I hear the sounds? I want to hear the match sounds. There we go. Ball out to Richarlison here. Could be an early goal here inside 4 minutes. Would have been had it not been for the goalkeeper. I'm going to go positive. I've been, pleased with our opening 10-12 minutes. Need to find a goal though. Here's Matt Doherty. Might be able to set something up. Højbjerg goes for goal, just wide though. I don't really need to hear the match sounds. I think it's good for, in the background when you actually watch the video, because otherwise it's just me in complete silence. Another chance there, but Morris scored. He tried to save that with his feet. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing there, but it is 1-0 Tottenham. 21 minutes gone. Lucas Moura gets it. And yeah, it's been a good 20 minutes or so. So Bissouma with a free kick. Sanchez with the save. Trubin saved it with his feet. And then Lucas Moura was the first player to react and take a 1-0 lead. Doherty with the throw to Tanganga. We have been pretty on top in this first half. I don't think Shakhtar have had a shot yet, so we're in a good position. Also seems like Ajax are not winning against Monaco, which is good for us. Lucas Moura with a chance to go through here again with a second, but it's well saved this time by Trubin. Højbjerg now with a chance. That shot's deflected. I don't know what that clearance was. It almost went straight to Richarlison. But yeah, we're on top. I'm going to go for a calm down though. It's only 1-0. We need to stay on them and don't get complacent. Højbjerg looks for Lucas Moura. Well controlled. And the cross finds Kane, and the keeper hasn't kept that one out either. It's 2-0 Tottenham. Harry Kane gets his third Champions League goals. Got more goals in the Champions League than there's in the Premier League so far this season. But there's still plenty of time in the league season. But it is 2-0 Spurs. 33 minutes gone. Looking like we're going to get maximum points here. We've been well on top, and Shakhtar haven't offered much at all. Lucas Moura with a cross. Harry Kane beats the keeper, and it's 2-0. Mudryk with a free kick here though for Shakhtar. And it's headed forward. Lucas Moura with another chance to break possibly here. Kane is there in support. So is Richarlison. Got plenty of white shirts to choose from here. That's a great ball for Harry Kane. And it's an easy third. 3-0. 38 minutes gone. We're flying in the first half. Just a VAR check though. It looks alright for me. It's been given. Yeah, I thought it looked good. 3-0. Not even half time yet. Good break. Lucas Moura had plenty of options. Richarlison had plenty of space. Really simple through ball. And a really simple finish for Harry Kane. And yeah, well on top in this game. Plenty of possession, plenty of opportunities. It's just been a really good first half. We could probably use this opportunity to maybe rest some players as we approach an hour. We do get 5 changes, remember, in these games this season, in the league and in the Champions League. Might be a chance for a possible forfeit. I'd like to get Kane a hat-trick. He needs more goals for his name. Bissouma with a chance to get a goal here, though, but Trubin does make a save there. Kane's on 2 goals. I want to try and keep him fit, so I think I might take him off, even though he is on a hat-trick. We'll get to about 57, 58 minutes and see where we are from there. I'll give Kane another few minutes to try and get a hat-trick, possibly. We'll see this highlight out, and then we'll make some changes. Kane does need to come off, and I like to, keep him fresh for other games. I might rest him against Southampton still, but yeah, we need to really preserve these players' fitness, especially with, the congestion because of the World Cup. It's going to be a bit of an issue, but Shakhtar coming forward here. Konoplia with the ball. And it's a goal. Danilo Silkan has got to go back for Shakhtar. It's 3-1. Not overly disappointed. It's no clean sheet, but, we should still be getting 3 points here, so that's fine. Again, I think we're just taking our foot off the gas. It was very much the same against Monaco. We were 3-0 up very early on, and we just decided to sort of take our foot off the gas. So I'm not overly disappointed, but I'm going to make some changes now. So Harry Kane is going to come off. I'll put Richarlison on up top. I'll bring on Ryan Sessegnon for the left-hand side. I'm also going to take off Davinson Sanchez and bring on Eric Dyer. And I'll take off Lucas Moura. And I haven't played Jed Spence yet this season. I'm going to give Jed Spence a game on the right-hand side. Shakhtar got a goal back out of nothing. They've not really had anything else all game. 72 minutes in. We're still, 2 goals to the good. We have an opportunity to rotate some players now and rest some players. So that's always good. We just need to make sure that we get through the rest of this game now. Shakhtar with a bit of space opening up though. Hishved to Sudikov. Looking for Mudryk, and someone there, I think it was Tanganga, kind of took his foot off the gas there. They had another opportunity. Just going to go back to balanced. Tanganga with a free kick here. Looking for Spence. Wasn't a great free kick at all. And now Shakhtar with the ball again here. Long ball is well defended by Tanganga. Here's at Mikhailichenko. I'm amazed that I actually managed to say that correctly first time. Nazarina back to Matvienko. And Shakhtar, I say, growing a bit more confident in this second half. Here's Sudikov and here's Sikan, who did get that goal. And he goes for goal again, but that was speculative. I was going to drop Højbjerg just a little bit deeper just to help us a bit defensively. I'm really hoping we don't do anything silly here and throw it away. But Shakhtar have had just 1 shot on target. We should be okay. I think we'll make some more changes now. We're into the last 10 minutes. We have 2 more changes we can make. So Romero is going to replace Tanganga. And Longlet I'm going to bring off for Ben Davies. And we'll just make those final changes. Get through the rest of this game. And it should be another 3 points, which is always good. Romero heads it forward to Bissouma. A bit of space here in midfield. Here's Jed Spence. I mean, look at Matt Doherty here. Look how much space he's got on that overlap. But Jed Spence going it alone. Finds Doherty eventually. Højbjerg with a chance to go for goal. And that was just wide. 90th minute of the game. Mudryk with a free kick. Headed forward. And in towards goal. And well saved by Fraser Forster. into injury time now, which has elapsed, and it is a 3-1 win, much like it was against Monaco. Plenty of shots and opportunities for us, and 3 goals before half-time. So, yeah, good 3 points. Second half was questionable, but we were already through, so that's okay. Yeah, it was a good win. You know, a good first half, and we didn't really need to worry too much about the second half. And Kane maybe could have got a hat-trick, but, you know, surely he'd be happy about the team performance. So with 2 games to go, we go above Ajax with that, as they were held in France by Monaco. So we are now top of the group with 2 games to go, but we do host Ajax next, and then our final game is in France against Monaco, so we need to make sure we stay on them. Chance we could still win the group, and at home against Ajax, hopefully we'll be okay. I think we're in a strong position to get through. We need a result at home against Ajax to win the group. And I think what we'll do is we'll play that Ajax game next episode, and if we haven't got through by that game, then we'll do the Monaco game as well, just so we can make sure that we get through this Champions League group and then potentially see a draw for the knockout stages as well. So I think we'll do that next time and see how we do at home against the Dutch side. And then if necessary, if we haven't got through yet, we'll take on Monaco in France. After this, though, we will plough ahead as far as we can, because I'm conscious that we're still in October. So after the Champions League group stuff is all wrapped up, then we'll jump ahead probably as far as we can. Maybe try and aim for that other London derby at home in January. We'll have to wait and see. But January transfer window, of course, we do have an opportunity to get some players signed if we need to. So that option is there as well. I guess we'll see what happens after the Champions League. But yeah, we'll do Ajax next time. And if necessary, if we haven't quite got through, we'll take on Monaco as well. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments and subscribe. If you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. And a good win today against Shakhtar Donetsk to really try and, you know, take control of the group. We are top for the time being. The next time we take on Ajax at home, and a win there will seal our spot at the top of Group A. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.